What's up, Manny? Me all day yesterday. Yahoy. What's up? Can I hear you yawn? Why? Oh, why? Neo, why? Not kyan, nyan. Not kyan, nyan. What's up? Oh, you probably did. Yeah, maybe. I might have to do it again. We sleepy. So, as you may or may not have noticed, we didn't stream yesterday. we did not stream yesterday. On the gaming channel, we were celebrating our model, and we finally got our model that the community paid for. It's very cool, very fluid, very awesome. Absolutely love him. He moves so fluidly and so nice. I do have to rein in the neck movements whenever we do like the binaural mics, just because of the spacing of it. And it was so funny watching the model be broken. It, like when I would step away for a moment, it was so silly, but it was great, and I very much enjoyed it. Anyway, we proceeded to celebrate properly, and may have had a little bit, just a little bit too much to drink. And I spent yesterday sleeping so much. But now we're mostly recovered. Tomorrow should be perfect. Tomorrow should be completely normal. But yeah, tofu got smashed. Yeah, tofu doesn't do it as much as he used to. And oof, I'm aging and I paid the price for it. But it's, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. I won't be doing it for a while, and good things did kind of come from it. I got to reconnect with an old friend, and you know, have an intense but nice talk. So that made me happy. And definitely one of those things that you walk away feeling kind of like an idiot, but also with, you know, oddly comforted and with better peace of mind, I guess. So good things came from it, but stayed up to 2 a.m. reading a webcomic, and you're so EP. What were you reading? What were you reading? I found Tomei yesterday. I was sleepy, and Mondays are my days to hang out with the lovely Sue here. And so I finally cleaned off my couch. Tomei was on the couch, so now I own it again. I've owned it this whole time, but now I know where it's at. And she just kind of read to me, and yeah. And I kind of went in and out of sleep. It's a very uncomfortable and small couch, but it was always comfortable with her there. And what's up, Kuma Kora? Oh, so many coffees. Let's have a sip together. And get that stretch. Thank you for the stretch, Kuma. Did see the new model on the thumbnail after the stream. It looks cool and buff. Yes, my chest will never be that big, and I don't think I would want it to realistically. That looks oof. So it seems like a lot of work. But yeah, he's a big boy. There's some fun toggles that Senpai included. It's very cool. And we'll eventually have one a little more customized tofu model from Ayumi. And I can't wait for that. We got the kind of a progress picture today, and he's looking really nice. I think you guys will love him too. Sure. Feel free, Annie. Feel free to ask me whatever you wish. Right now, this one is the Luid 440 Pure. I think it's roughly 250, 300. And to me, especially like having a little bit of a deeper voice, it to be fair, I haven't got to mess around with other budget mics, like the Rode NT1. The only one I had before this were the Blue Yeti, which, you know, is good enough for streaming and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend it for like any serious voice work. And then the CAD, I think it's E100 SX. Yeah. It was a solid mic, but just a little bit, again, too velvety, too bassy, without EQing. But it does have the option to kind of apply 100 decibel like low filter on it, so it'll cut out everything below that, below 100 hertz, not 100 decibel. So it's neat, but I have no clue. I don't know a whole lot about mics. I just know it's an XLR, and it sounds good to me. I know it has a pretty like neutral profile with I think like a 1 or 2 decibel boost around the 1 and 4K range, I think, which does me favors. I think it's around the 4K. Maybe it's just 4K. But yeah, Luit 440 Pure is my favorite mic that I own. I want to definitely explore that brand's higher end models. They seem really cool. They also like there's like the visual appeal of it, which really shouldn't matter. I do want to. I would eventually like to try a Neumann, but I want to stay away from it just because of the price. And I think it's like one of those things where you're paying for the name more than you know, you could probably spend a little bit less and get something just as good. But it's kind of like, I don't know, viewed as, from my understanding, the pinnacle for voice recording. Like, if you're a real voiceover artist, you gotta have a Neumann. You gotta have a Neumann. Does the kitty on your shoulder have a name, by the way? No. Fun fact, for now, I guess I've never shared this. It is essentially a couple things with the cat on the shoulder. For now, it's functioning as you guys, as chat, like, hanging out. And also, like, when the reason I bought this model and got this model is there's a couple things about it that remind me of people. And just the overall softness and appeal I really liked. But with the new Tofu model, there's going to be little Easter eggs on the model that are references to people that I'm close to and that I love and that I spend a lot of time with. And the cat will be changed to a white, not a ferret, but a stoat. And that's definitely representing someone very, very close to me. But yeah, I've been thinking about buying a mic. I was researching mics, so I've been asking around what people use. Going for more budget stuff, though. I mean, what's your price point? That really matters, I guess. What's up, Seon? How you doing? Seon knows exactly why we miss Monday. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, if you do get an XLR mic, Andy, you will definitely have to get an interface as well, like an audio interface. And for that, like a budget-friendly one that is also, like, you know, just kind of a staple for everything from bedroom music recording to bedroom voiceover work is just pretty much any of the Scarletts. You obviously probably want the newest one, but there's, let me actually, I know this is minorly annoying. Let me find it. Ba-ba-bum. Well, maybe I can't find it. So on my throne, you probably wouldn't need the one that I have listed here. But that one seems to have like so many cool features that I really want to try out. Fuck, I can't. I want to zoom in on it. It's fine. But it has, like, from what I remember, like an air thing, so you can kind of add, like, you know, on the fly. I guess more high end. Just more of those airy frequencies, and it also has like an auto gain thing, which seems interesting to me. Just especially like in the context of streaming. I don't necessarily know how well it would work for ASMR. But like, you know, if you're playing a game and you don't have a limiter, or you don't want to mess with setting stuff up, you can just hit the auto gain button and know that your sound's going to be consistent. So it seems like a really cool thing. There's so many like options. And it's just one of the best. If I remember right, my buddy got one for making music, and it comes with VSTs that you can use for music production. I don't know if there's any specifically for voice, but those would be like pretty interesting to check out too. I really need to mess around in Cakewalk, because I know Cakewalk has its own VSTs, and from what I've seen of it, you can like kind of mic up your cab actually. Right now for music, I use the PRS Archon amp model through Waves, and it's pretty solid. I like it a lot. You can get a lot of like nice metal tone from it. But still, I think it would be pretty sweet. I was thinking of giving a mic with a USB and XLR, since then if I notice the need, I can upgrade to an XLR. I'm a complete beginner and I don't know if I'll actually make use of it. then if I have a good XLR interface, I can upgrade the mic later too. I mean, like, realistically, you might not see much of a difference. Like if you have a mic that functions as a USB mic and an XLR, when using it as an XLR, you're probably not going to notice a whole lot of difference. But I mean, definitely, what are you going to use it for? Are you wanting for voice work? Is it for streaming or just chatting? Because that'll matter. And realistically, if you get like a higher end one that people stand by, again, like Blue Yeti's not a bad option, realistically, even for like voice work for fun. It kind of like having the Blue voice is something that if you go that route that you will definitely should look into. Because there's plenty of presets and you can kind of look through those presets, and there's community made presets as well, and get an idea of like, you know, how to kind of make your own processing chain, which you would need as with an XLR. Because you kind of lose the option to have those presets when you upgrade to an XLR. I'm still not good at audio engineering at all, but you kind of gain an ear for it and kind of mess it around with stuff like what do you call it, the condenser and noise gates, expanders, limiters, EQing. Your ear kind of gets trained a bit, and you kind of learn what those things do. There's also a lot of really helpful videos online, just in general for mic reviews. One of my favorite ones is I don't know if the is actually in there, but Mike Delgadio, the Booth Junkie, great. He's great, great voiceover guy. He does when he reviews mics, and he does budget ones as well. You'll kind of get to hear how it sounds like without any processing, just raw audio, and then with processing too. But he does like pretty in-depth reviews. And then another one for like learning a little bit more about audio engineering is he'll always try to get you to buy shit. But Lenny B, that's where I learned a lot of stuff from, because it'll kind of take you through you know, what people wanted and show you what he's doing a little bit, so you can kind of pick up some things from that. But a lot of it really is just kind of understanding what things do, and I don't just messing around with it and seeing what works for you. I'm sure if we had an audio engineer here that listened like to this sound, they're like, "Oh, this is horrible. I could do such a better job." And maybe one day I'll hit that point, but for now it's going to be quite a long time. But yeah, I don't know a lot about mics and processing, but I love talking about it. What's up, Isla? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Nice and freshly showered. I'm thinking maybe to try to stream one day, since a lot of cool and fun people inspired me to try, because it looks fun. It is fun. Wow, what would you stream, Annie? I will say I've noticed it's a little rough at first. It can be a little bit rough, and also nyahoy, welcome in. Liani, welcome in. We're gonna read some stories here soon, but for now we're just talking. We missed yesterday. The Blue Yeti. You know what it sounds like now? You that's what you use, so. But yeah, definitely Blue Yeti's not a bad option to start off with, especially if you don't want to worry about things like processing. Yahoy, welcome in, Vana. Thing is, during my research, I found that the Blue Yeti is a condenser, and if you don't live in a quiet place, it picks up a lot of background noise. The thing about that, a lot of that can be covered up with processing. For instance, just for example, I'm gonna to give you an idea of what processing can do as well as what it can cover up. I'm gonna take off the processing that I use, so you're gonna, unfortunately, and probably the worst time for it, hear my real voice. and it is my real voice, but it's just like we have gain, or not gain, but we have like EQing stuff. So we have certain frequencies boosted, certain ones turned down. There's like frequencies that you can hone in and listen to that you'll notice like you sound very nasally. So all those are heavily reduced. And then we have like some high end and some low end, kind of helping make our sound a bit more rich. But there's things that you can hear too when I take it off, like probably the laptop fan. I have a very special thing that took me forever to make, that catches most of those frequencies from the fan and pretty much takes it out. Thankfully, the little bit of sound and music we have in the background does help with that as well. But let me do this really quick so you can hear what it sounds like without it. And let me move this so I can actually see if you can hear the fan. So right now it's showing that the fan is coming in at around 55, negative 55, negative 50. And this is also like just my voice without having any of the processing stuff on. It's, as you can probably hear, a bit different, but yeah. So I'm going to turn it back on. And there we go. So like there's stuff that you can set up that will take out background noise. A really easy one to do is the NS1 from Waves, and also just having a limiter instead of a noise gate will kind of help, if you adjust it properly, curb that background noise. So whenever you're silent, things are silent. It's fun. It's been nice to kind of mess around and play around. I'm happy you love my voice, Fauna. Hopefully you still do after that. She told me she uses the Blue Yeti today. Yeah, Sue's one of my favorite streamers. She's so cozy. I ended up showing up too late. It's bouncing back between her and Isla. You're so baby girl? Am I? Yahoy. Welcome in, Bog. Welcome in. Let's see. What's up, Eloise? Eloise. I get to hang out and watch her art in a little bit, and maybe we'll see how well it goes, but try to do music. I hope I am in the spirit to do it and can work on the album. I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop chatting. I guess I hate the term, dislike it, but I think in fact I'll stop yapping. That's what I've been doing for almost 30 minutes. Sorry. But if you want to chill, we totally can. We'll see. I'd like to try. Always, whenever I get around you, I'm able to write music or shift into creative mode. So even if it's not working on the album, I'm sure I'll fuck around and, make something cool with you. I'm thankful for it too. I'm thankful for it. I don't know why. I'll stop. We have a story here titled, I Hate Coffee and Gas Stations. And it's science fiction. So, interesting. Oh my god, guys. Good thing my model doesn't pick up on blushing. Have you ever been to a gas station in the American Midwest? Have you ever needed to use the bathroom at that gas station? Shortly you've passed the couple smoking, and as you walk through the doors, you wonder if they might share some weed with you. You decide they probably wouldn't. Mostly because they think you look like a pervert with both of your hands covering your crotch, but also because they didn't seem like the sharing type. You make your way past aisle after aisle of the same potato chips. The cheap beer calls your name. No, not again. I've learned my lesson temporarily. One of the workers gives you a dirty look because you have a giant freaking coffee stain on the crotch area of your pants, and for some reason, you think covering it with your hands would make it look better. But it's okay. Yeah, it's all going to be fine. Because that worker hates her job, her boyfriend, and her life. She's miserable. And that brings you a strange sense of joy, even as you know this woman thinks you're a creep reeking of coffee. You walk past the coffee machine as you continue the search for the bathroom. Your sight blurs and the gas station starts to spin. You have to lean against the rack of candy to stop yourself from falling into an old lady. Gathering your senses, you return to the search, taking a second to glare at the coffee pots. After all, they did start this whole thing. You're lost. Lost in the gas station, lost in this hell of concrete flooring and fluorescent lighting. I'm going to die here, surrounded by thousands of potato chip bags. Also, Annie, if you're still here, what kind of content are you going to be streaming? Is like mostly games, or are you going to try ASMR? Because that would also kind of be helpful to know to steer you the right way. My forehead cracked the bathroom mirror. I'm losing it. Huh. Oddly, I thought that would take longer. As I try to wash the blood and the pieces of glass off, I hear people behind me. A man, 45, cleared his throat as a white man signaled to move out of the way while this kid stared at me. The kid celebrated his 12th birthday just yesterday. How exciting. I stood between the sink and their dirty, disgusting hands. I didn't need to see them. If I focused for just a minute, I could see, like a bat or a beluga whale. I echolocated the man and his child. The man wore the exhausted look of someone currently losing a custody battle. Maybe his trip to Six Flags would give him an edge over Cheryl in the upcoming hearing. My body was shaking. My world spun faster the more I looked at the sad man and the child he was losing. The kid, bless his heart, didn't understand all the yelling at home, but he was excited to ride American Thunder. Hee-haw. My jaw clenched so hard I think I fractured a tooth. My world was spiraling like I'd been pushed down 3 flights of stairs. I could focus for only a second. Only see bits and pieces. Like the water he needed to clean his vile hands with, fear washed over the kid. He thinks I'm on drugs. I'm not. The old man assessed the situation, thinking I was on drugs. I'm not. He was torn between asking if I was okay and running away to the safety of the parking lot. He tried to piece together who I was, only coming up with 2 possibilities. I either escaped an asylum of some kind, or I was on more drugs than he could count, but both were close guesses. Both father and son decided that I was insane. The old man thought that, homeless or not, he was going to call the police on my ass. My left eye was the only thing that would listen to what I was saying. It opened and blood dripped past my vision like rain. From the mirror, I stared into the man's eyes as I willed my right eye to open. The 12-year-old screamed when he saw my eyes. Maybe it was because I had lost my prosthetic one a few days ago. Maybe it was the blood pouring down my face. Personally, I think it was the glass lodged in my forehead. They fled. The man pulled out his phone. The police would be here in 10 minutes. My head spun. I gotta get this power under control. And never drink coffee again. Between the cruel joke that was my depth perception and the overwhelming vertigo, courtesy of my powers, I could only make it a few steps away from the sinks before falling to my knees. An acidic smell filled the bathroom as I expelled the contents of my lunch. It joined the coffee and the blood on my pants. If my pants ever read this, I'm so sorry. There I was, on my hands and knees in a puddle of puke in a shitty gas station bathroom located next to the middle of nowhere. My body was telling me that I earned a break after all this hard work. So I rolled onto my back, inches away from lying in the urinal. That was me yesterday, guys. No cap, as it were. Mild exaggeration, but still, I can relate. I can relate a little bit. Oh, wow. Since Ko-Fi Bot is doing the Ko-Fi Bot stuff, if you check out Ko-Fi, there is free audio there, as well as members-only audio. No, I didn't puke. I didn't puke, Sue. Surprisingly. I just kind of felt like shit, but somebody made me drink a bunch of electrolytes, and I survived. I survived yesterday, and it will be back to normal Wednesday. God, I hope not Monday. That would be horrible. Sounds like a normal Sunday. Oh yeah, Kuma? Oh yeah? Fun fact, I've never gotten drunk. Good, I mean, realistically, keep it that way. I didn't intend to, but I very rarely celebrate stuff. Also, I told Eggy, I was like, yeah, absolutely not drinking again anytime soon. She was like, what about our birthday? What about our birthdays? What about when we go to Dave and Buster's? It's like, well, yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe it's different. It's different. I'll drink then, but just a little bit. Because I gotta play DDR. I know they're gonna have DDR there, and I'm gonna spend all the money I don't have on playing DDR, and maybe I'll win something cool. Maybe I'll win something cool from the little prize shop. I don't even know if you win stuff from DDR. But yeah. Also, oh no. There we go. Whew, bless me. Thank you, lady. Thank you. Dead? Yeah. Both me and the model. I'm gonna stay away from long stories. I can't handle reading a lot. Thankfully, I don't have any jobs. It didn't have any yesterday. Don't have any today. So I have a few opened, and so far, the first two seem long. I think that's fine. I really don't care for alcohol either. Shitty drug. Yeah, agreed. But some days it's nice. And it's been a while, since I've been irresponsible. Some lessons have to be relearned. Thank you, Kuma. Okay, this one's a fairly short story, and this one is also equally short. I feel like you Europeans are, with how warm it is in this room, and the air conditioning not quite working as it should. It's fine sometimes. Everything has its time. Agreed. Muffin? Are you telling me you got a muffin, or are you calling me muffin? Oh no. I'm gonna choose to believe you're telling me you got, what is it, chocolate chip muffin with vanilla icing, right? Isn't that it? I know vanilla's in there somewhere. Close. I got a bad memory, so the fact I can get close, I feel a little bit accomplished. The Muffin Man. Oh, vanilla chips with chocolate chips. Okay. Man, I was so close. So close. That sounds good. I had a little bit of leftovers for breakfast just because I needed to eat. And, man, I'm already feeling hungry. I'll probably make a sandwich, I guess. But I might have, like, the chocolate mint little protein bar. Those things are so yummy. But I'm like, I'm low-key thinking about quitting drinking coffee. But that just seems criminal. I think I'm gonna, like, cut out all the protein stuff. Just so I can, like, keep affording my nice quality coffee. To me, nice quality. Realistically. To someone like Sue? Someone like Eloise? Probably not. But to me, it's delicious. found a Burger King stopped serving hot coffee at 4 p.m. Eh, I mean, listen, if Burger King is like a last ditch, I don't have coffee at home, and I need to drink some before I go buy some from the store. I imagine. Oh, it's not. Yeah, pretty much. It's not that I want to quit. I'm just like But I think I'll stop buying protein stuff before I give up coffee. Also, I've just been drinking so much of it lately, and yesterday I was I felt too bad to like make it, so I think I was having like, on top of being a little bit hungover, having like the withdrawals from no caffeine and no nicotine. So that was like, I was just like, maybe I should not. Hold the phone, I have coffee. Go make you some. Cigarettes and coffee is only for the upper class nowadays. Listen, with where you're at, the cigarette prices where you are, agreed. The cigarette prices here are kind of crazy, but I think they're like 2 or 3 times as much where you're at. And that's for like our cheap dog shit brands, like Pall Mall. I do miss cigarettes and coffee. I do miss cigarettes and coffee so much. That's how every morning started. And I miss smoking. But, you know, some things are worth more than that. And I, as much as I want to, will not go into depth. My husband bought one more of those Starbucks frappe drinks from the store. Okay. Those aren't bad. Kuma, for the ones that I smoke, or smoked, they were like organic, and all the stuff had like less of the chemicals and stuff. So really, the worst part of it was just, you know, the tar, like the natural occurring stuff that's in tobacco when tobacco burns. But those were roughly about $12 a pack. I was smoking roughly a pack or a pack and a half a day. So like I've saved a lot of money from that. But the ones that my brother smokes were, I want to say like around $7. When I first started smoking, they were like about $5 a pack. What's up? Sup, how you doing? 'Cause I don't know. You want some praise? Sure. I'm assuming general because you don't have anything going on, right? Good job for that for sure. Yeah, it's not been easy. I miss it. I want it. But, yeah, I'm getting something much better and significantly more degenerate in return, but this isn't the channel for that, so I will end it there. It's very much worth it, rest assured. Pick for you? Everyone prays tofu? No. I don't deserve praise. Glad you're able to quit. I've been off from smoking for around 6 years now as well. Nice. I managed to quit for 1 year when I was like 20 or 22, somewhere in there. But then because of the things I was involved in, I was like, well, you know, we'll just smoke. We'll just smoke. I've been off of smoking my whole life because it's scary to get addicted to. And it's a weird thing too. Everyone, like, I'm pretty sure the first time smoking cigarettes, Annie, like, just feels like shit. And you're like, why do people do this? But then you kind of keep going for no reason. And, yeah. Then you just get irritated when you don't have them. Sup, how you doing? 'Cause I don't know. You are such a special little guy. Such a special little sup, how you doing? 'Cause I don't know. You're so deserving of praise. So deserving of all the affection. Good job. Great job. Sup, how you doing? 'Cause I don't know. There you go. There's your praise. There's your praise. Yes, you do. It's debatable. But yeah, it's a lot more expensive here. I think a normal cigarette pack, 7 or 10 or 11. Yeah, I feel like I was once told that a pack of Pall Malls, which are really cheap and not great, and maybe it's because it's imported as well, is, I don't know, I think it was around 20 euro. Ugh. I rather vape under occasion, but I'm picking on flavor. That's one thing I could never like really get was vaping. I tried, but just the way that it hits your lungs feels weird. I don't care much for it. I'll well on like occasion, like during vacation, they had a vape hookah. So like yeah, but I did that, but it did nothing for me. It was just like, this is this flavored vapor. You know what I mean? That's not great. Expensive? Yeah. Nuh-uh. I ain't little. I'm 6'4". But you can be little in my heart, you know? You can be a little guy to me. It's okay being 6'4", though. I'm sure plenty of Redditors are jealous. I had zero nicotine sample vape in high school that was pink lemonade flavor. I just see like that's the point I don't get, I guess. And part of the reason I wanted to quit smoking too is like it doesn't do anything really. It's just like a pleasant flavor or like a habit, you know, more so if there's nicotine involved. So it just kind of was like, not really, not really my thing. One of our buddies in D&D still smokes vapes, but he's not one of the pretentious guys that makes the whole room a cloud. So he doesn't hit it often, and when he does, he blows it into the air and not into people's face. So that's cool. That's nice. You've never vaped or smoked? Probably for the best, realistically. There's no real point to it. I just used it for the flavor. I had exactly one vape of a cigarette. I was like, yeah, dangerous, nope, not going there. Listen, I low-key wanted you to to smoke. Like, not every day, like, not like that, but just like, make you smoke one of my cigarettes, or just a puff. Also, at the same time, I was like, no, we don't need to get the lady addicted. You'd feel sick. No. But it's the burn that's missing from the vape. Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's a weird thing, man. Fuck, I really want a cigarette. But also, like, it's just so much better breathing. So much easier to breathe. And also, like, with being hungover, that aspect of it, not being able to breathe, because for some reason, that's one of the downsides. That's a part of a bad hangover for me. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have to struggle with that because of smoking like 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes because I got trashed. Tofu corruption arc? No, like, wait, me corrupting Sue? Or the other way around? Oh. You know what else is weird? Blackberry flavored Gatorade being white. Yeah, that doesn't seem right, does it? Why am I learning about this now? I think we talked about it, and you were into it, but I was like, no, I'm going to feel horrible if you do that. So, yeah. Hey, Tofu, it's great to see you. It's good to see you too, Nightmare. Yeah, sorry I missed yesterday. We, for the gaming channel, we got our new model, which we had waited months for, and it was very worth it. And so we did some host club ASMR and had some drinks, and I didn't stop after stream, and I suffered, but we are here. Yes, you corrupting Sue? I don't know about that. I'm a good boy. I'm a good guy. At least, yeah. You have no idea, Annie. What are you talking about, Sue? Maybe she corrupts me. You kept going. Seon, I kind of killed a case on accident. Yeah, it wasn't intentional. But once I realized that I did, I was like, you know what? I need to stop, have water, and go to bed. It was an accident, Meowstress. I wasn't keeping up. What's up? What's up, Luke? Or Tan? How are you? On accident? Yeah, no, I already commented on that. Corrupting each other. I am not going to confirm or deny this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Thankfully. I'm here. You did. And that's perfectly fine, lady. What's on? What is it? Okay, yeah. Good night. Good night. Not the silly noises? What do you mean? I don't make any silly noises. Okay. Have we eaten yet? I had a little bit of spaghetti. I had a little bit of spaghetti this morning and some bread. But I'll probably make like a little sandwich. My favorite coffee? That depends. For like a sweet treat, I like the caramel frappe from a local coffee shop. It's very different than Starbucks. It's actually creamy and good. But for everyday drinking, I really enjoy the Starbucks Cafe Verona. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. What about you? What's yours? What do you like? You'll go back and clip it? Will it be my first clip that's not been Ko-Fi? Maybe. Good work. Good luck, Annie. You got this. I'll see you around. Mine is iced Spanish latte. Have you asked about that before? Or has somebody else said that they liked that? Starbucks is expensive, so I go local place. Agreed. Starbucks is expensive. I definitely like get the bagged ones, and it's still like, pretty expensive. But also like my justification for it is I've cut out smoking, so I can like what I would spend on a pack of cigarettes, I can spend on a pack of coffee that will last for a bit. You know what I mean? It works. I'll go ahead and read a story that I have here. It's fairly short, so it shouldn't take too long. This is titled Amber Sand. It was a grain of sand, semi-clear, yellow, and orange, with speckles of gray stone scattered throughout it. The light of the bright white sun shone rays of gold upon and within, the grain of sand. The grain glowed and shimmered like a calm yet wind-addled lake during a summer dusk. The grain was round yet bumpy, with slight crevices crisscrossing across its surface. Within the grain, there was a single hollow cavity, an empty space bereft of everything but air. Within this cavity lived a small creature named Funtrol. The name reminds me of, I forget the name of the band, but Grava Frontrollen. Norwegian, I think it's Norwegian black metal, like first wave. Grava Frontrollen. God, it's so horrible. It's so horrible, but it's like there's something so good about it. First wave black metal is not great, but there's a charm to it. Well, I'll tell you I'm great. I am genuinely great, but I was recently hospitalized. Patrolling with a new recruit, pulled someone over for the broken tail lights. Oh, no. Well, that sucked. That's not great. And it seems like you've recovered, and it was not extremely serious. I hope. But yeah, sucks to hear that, and happy you're here, and hopefully better. Cat's kisses. There, you know what? There is a forehead kiss redeem. We do have a forehead kiss redeem. Nyahoy, nyahoy. Welcome in, Red. Welcome in. Spanish latte is made from condensed milk and coffee. I think I had condensed milk for my very first time with the little lady here, Sue, making food for me. That was nice. And I haven't had it since. I was brought to a special ER for chemical treatment. I, however, am fine. I have no permanent damage. It's just a bad scar and rash on my face for a month. It can't be touched. Oh, I mean, medical leave hopefully means pay as well. So while that sucks, it sounds like you're getting some much needed time to both heal and decompress. So hate that it happened, but also if it's not going to be anything that's, horrific, maybe this time off will be good for your mental health and be good for you, right? I'm trying my best to find the silver lining here, and that does genuinely seem like a decent one. But I hope you feel better and hope things heal up properly. Close to Vietnamese, then. I love cats so much. I'm a cat boy. I'm not a cat boy. I'm a cat man. Oh God. I would say Spanish or Vietnamese is the sweetest. I've never had a Spanish latte. I'm not against it. I think I would definitely like somebody to make it for me instead of making it myself. Just because I feel like with stuff like that, you really want to know your ratios. And I don't know. I'm used to black coffee too. So I see, okay, it does sound good. I feel like you'd really want the night, like a coffee that would, I guess somehow, and I don't know what coffee it would be, but complement the condensed milk. Yeah. Some places okay, some places too sweet. That's something I don't care much for. The kitty on the shoulder. That's you guys. We will be getting our own model soon. This is a pre-made, and the kitty will be a stoat instead. I can't wait for it. Clipping? What are you clipping? What's to be clipped? Oh, no. Never had the opportunity, but Vietnamese. I'm great. I'm happy to be back. You missed me? Yay. Missed you too, man. Missed you too. Back on full paid leave. Beautiful. And my commissioner are great friends. He paid medical bills and even has offered more medical time if I needed. Good. Just gotta be careful when you wash your face. Yeah, that's great. Well, good for you, man. You know how I mean that. It's like a latte, but you add condensed milk. What did you make me try condensed milk in, Sue? It was tea, wasn't it? You got me to enjoy that one tea. I'm the cat man. You live in France. You just need to live with me, though. You can stay in this room. It'll feel just like home with how hot it gets, right? Yeah, it'll feel just like home. But you'll be with me, so you will be home. Right, Sue? Anyway, back to the story. French roll was a parattac, an organism of old. A parasite. During the age of the great insects, it had been frozen within this grain of sand during its slumber. The grain had mysteriously appeared and solidified around it, and by the time it had awoken, it was completely encased within the hard carapace of the miniature stone. Using the small pockets of acid glands within its jaw, it ejected tiny amounts of acid onto the matter surrounding its jaw, slowly melting it. After time, it had managed to melt enough stone to move a singular mandible on its face and use the aerated side of its mandible to begin to carefully collect the liquid stone around his shawl and forcing it down his throat. Due to its high metabolism, it managed to survive off the liquid stone of the grain of sand for millions of years, until eventually it had managed to create a cavity of space within the grain that it could fit its entire body. Fortunately, due to its genetics, it transformed its waste into more acid and used that acid to melt the stone further, creating an endless cycle. Now, it was finally capable of moving its entire form all at once, and not merely have one or two limbs twitch in synchronization. After millions of years of toil and labor, it had accomplished its first minor freedom. Bye-bye, Kuma. Take care. Its acid was grayish-green in pigment, and had a chemical reaction with the liquid stone that turned the walls of the cavity a shiny, half-translucent black-yellow. The Parotach's living space was quite unwelcoming. It was barely conscious of its own self, and it had only heard its own name within its mind. Truly, what a miserable life Ventral had lived. What was the world beyond the grain of sand like? Were its friends and family still among the living? Did the earth still revolve around the sun? Those things and many more it wondered as it wandered around its inanimate cell. When it was a mere youngling, it had heard grand tales of monstrous beasts 1,000 times its size, being frozen in a terrible substance, with a name at times whispered, that name being Ember. Ember came from the circular mountains, gigantic organisms that reached towards the clouds, with brittle and thick brown skin surrounding whitish-yellow flesh. The flesh in the form of stretching straps that layered one upon the other, protecting the wet center. Upon the skin of circular mountains, there were cuts and bruises. And at times the mountains would bleed. The blood of the mountains was amber. There are other legends about the mountains that Ventral had heard as well. At the higher scales of the circular mountains, large limbs protruded from upon the main body, some housing great holes, which only brave Parotachs dared to call home. Beyond what many Parotachs could observe, some had managed to glimpse sharp and wide extremities of green gripping upon the thin limbs farther up on the circular mountains. At the heights, higher than the grand white sky, believers of these green extremities claim that the green and brown giant flaps that fell from the sky and flew upon the grasses of the earth, things that many believed to be dead organisms or dried packets of water, were the green extremities, and that they had fallen not from the sky, but rather from the thin limbs upon the mountains far above. These believers called the circular mountains trees. At any rate, Ventral believed not in those foolish claims of the circular mountain's true meaning. It did believe, though, that the legendary blood of the mountains, the amber, was what it was within right now, and what it had been in within the past few million years. Unbeknownst to the Parotach, it was actually stuck within a grain of sand that had formed around it during its slumber. Something like that should have been impossible, yet somehow it occurred. And during the span of only 5 months at that. Regardless, due to the fact that Ventral believed it was within the substance of amber, it also believed that it was near the circular mountain, and thus was within the area of its home on the forest floor. The fact is, the Parotach was now situated at the bottom of the ocean, 1,200 kilometers away from home. Over the past 50 million years, the grain of sand it inhabited had been overcome and engulfed within a great flood that took it over the lands where it had lived and killed all of its species. The grain had then been pushed through mighty currents and waves, and finally ended up far, far away, in a place devoid of any life and light. Indeed, the existence of the Parotachs had been completely forgotten, and Von Troll was the last remaining number of an ancient race of supreme microorganisms, the most powerful parasites in the universe. Such a terrifying being, stuck within a grain of sand. And soon, it was to be out of it. Meh. Let's see, let's go back. Let's go back and read. Copico cappuccino candy is tasty. I don't know if I think maybe Sue has gotten me that before. I don't remember. No, Sue, I won't say it again. I've forgotten. It was something sweet, though. And you didn't hear it. You made tofu try them? Yeah, okay, I do remember right then. I think if you want to try iced Spanish latte. What about going to Spain? Because it's not exactly next door. Yeah. They got a few different flavors. Okay. Enjoy the lurk. Enjoy your reading. I don't have that kind of money right now, especially for a latte. Well, yeah. Yummy. Yummy. With Elo, we are reining in our horses not to make fan arts of them just yet. What's up, Danger? What's up, Danger? How are you? I have a priority flight-wise, and it's to see the boy. Yeah. Yeah. And then you can, just stay here. It's just a one-way flight. What I was saying, though, what you had asked me to repeat, and I'm not going to say it so sweetly now. Was that you can stay here. You can live here. You can stay on the tiny couch you saw yesterday. You can, yeah, that'll fit you. You're a very tiny lady. And then, yeah. Not that you would want to, but then I can just kidnap you. And I would never. Anyway. Big stretch. It's so warm. Not the ASMR you wanted, the ASMR you got. Be good, doing lots of cleaning. Nice. I kind of. Oh, thank you, lady. I did a tiny bit of cleaning yesterday. I hesitate to call it that. It was really just moving things off the couch so I could lay down and be read to. But yeah, good job. You did good. Also, I will pen something really quick. That's a perma offer, but I just forget to mention it. Any redeem ideas or trigger ideas that you would want to see here, just let me know, and we can, yeah. I'm relaxing, playing some games on the PS5. What are you playing? What you got? Depending on how I feel tonight, I think I'm not going to, but I might. On the gaming channel, we might pick up Final Fantasy V again. I was really enjoying that, but I might just realistically move the laptop out there and hang out with Eggy and not stream it and just like level up stuff a lot. And probably have another very early bedtime. I think I'll be back. I think I'll be fully back tomorrow. And I can do fun stuff. I don't know why. My nose is like a tiny bit stuffy. Just a little bit. Not like yours, Sue, but just a little bit. And so I can hear myself back through the headphones. And with I guess like the, I don't know, croaky or creakiness a little bit that's in my voice. Has any of you ever seen Golden Kamuy? It's very, very, very lightly reminding me of Ogata's. No, not Ogata. Tsumuri. I don't know the guy's name. The Lieutenant Tsumuri. Something like that. No, I am thinking of Ogata. My bad. It's reminding me of Ogata. Both of those voice actors. I love Ogata's voice actor, whoever the hell that is. He sounds so cool. And I'm not saying that I sound like him, but there's just like something about it that I can hear back in the headphones where I'm like, that's what that's reminding me of. A tiny, tiny bit. Currently playing No Man's Sky. Is that a space game? I think. It's really good too. There's not been a bad episode. Me and Issa are gonna watch the live action movie. It is exploration. There's any building involved, any crafting of bases. I could not play it. I think the only way I could play any games like that is if I'm like allowed to just go and destroy things. Then yeah. Oh, you need me to grind materials? You need me to kill shit to grind materials? Let's go. But for some reason, any of those games that involve building, I just can't. Woo, Eloise? Oh my. Maybe Elite Dangerous would work for you. What? A space flight? I don't know. I think of course, Eloise. Of course. Works in VR. Listen, that headset is so old. Oh no. This is just gonna be me now. I'm not gonna fix it. This is just, life is all about accepting yourself. And oh, it looks kind of wrong with the hand placement. Oh god. Listen, if I ever become a YouTuber, that's the kind of content you can expect. I'm just gonna have not the camera on me and let my model do that and just be a silly little guy. Not really. That's funny though. It's a space game with over 700 plus galaxies with at least 5 to 6 planets in each galaxy, so massive exploration and base building. It's 100% random. If you start a new game, you'll be in a random galaxy on a random planet compared to the ones you played on a different save. That sounds cool. That sounds alright. I forget the name of it. There was this one very popular EVE Online MMO that I know, like, I had a family friend who was just obsessed with it. And I think it's still going strong today. I think it's one of those that will just probably never die. I don't really play. It's odd. I enjoy reading sci-fi. I love watching sci-fi movies and sci-fi stuff. I don't particularly enjoy sci-fi games. And I don't know why that is. You would think that it would just kind of click, that I would like it a lot. But maybe I haven't played the right one. I think maybe my opinion would have been changed if I actually got to play like Mass Effect and stuff like that when it came out. Or maybe that's part of the problem too. Is like the ones I've played have been more like in the past Doom. So there's that there's that aspect of it where it's just like the basically first-person shooter, but with sci-fi flavor. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. We do have another story here. I might not read it. I'm probably gonna be live for about 15 more minutes. I do want to have lunch with Aggie. I'm gonna look at my phone really quick just to see if there's anyone cool that I know that's streaming. I still need to maybe I'll do this later on in the week, but actually sit down and check out other ASM artists so I can give you guys somebody cool to listen to. There is somebody I like that's doing art that I could send you over to if you're into that. Most sci-fi games don't capture the true feeling of what sci-fi is, but No Man's Sky does it right and makes me feel what previous games didn't. Get so lost. See, that's what I love about Final Fantasy XI. You actually have to physically go everywhere. Stuff like that's what we're missing from MMOs, in my opinion, too, is the immersion. Everything's streamlined because the people that pay to play the games have jobs, so it makes it, it's different than being a teen where like you can spend your whole day playing. You know what I mean? You can actually afford to be immersed in a digital world. It's not it's a lot harder nowadays for most folks. Yeah, but still, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's the main thing that's missing from MMOs. That and like the way that things are now with MMORPGs, the social aspect is gone too. I miss the days where everything was extremely social, where you had to have other people to play the game. And nowadays, it's a lot of, like in Final Fantasy XIV, you can pretty much play the whole thing without talking to a single person or even partying with real people. It's a shame. At that point, just play any other game. I hate that that's kind of seeming to be the trend, where things are going to keep going. I grew up in the best era of MMOs. I remember Guild Wars. That was such a fun game. And one of the most, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but one of the most in-depth, like skill systems. It was so neat. That would be a smart move. What would be? Rating, Sue, or listening to other ASM artists? Make sure I can send you guys to a nice place, or something else I mentioned. I'm down to watch you play it too, if you want to. Also, in a few days, maybe a few days, I think I'll be ordering the art pad. So that should be art streams coming soon. And I think the first things I want to try to draw are fan arts of like Yumi and Sue and Aloise and Isla. And I guess Aggie. Straw and egg. There we go. We did it. They will probably be blurs. But yeah. You have to harvest planet resources, go to different galaxies to get along, so yeah, there's not a lot of fast travel. Manually travel, and you can group up with full crossplays. If you wanted a slightly easier experience, I can add you to my fleet squadron with over 10 million credits, which is a fair amount, but I can teach you good farming methods. I mean, realistically, I probably won't play, but I do appreciate the invitation. It's very sweet of you. But I don't know. I don't play a lot of games really anymore. And the ones that I do, like the ones that I play all outside of streaming, is basically just Monster Hunter. But it seems like the ones I play nowadays have been just a more of your like headliners and repo, those sort of ones. Yeah, Final Final Fantasy 14 is one that I come back to on and off, but again, that's how they do things. It sucks. It's a love-hate thing with Final Fantasy 14. Heggy with us? Yay. You guess? Yeah. Yeah, I've been accused of maybe being a brat before, but I don't know. I don't get it. If you ever find yourself playing No Man's Sky, the offer always stands. Well, thank you very much. I'll remember that. Yeah, I was thinking like Eloise, like maybe doing one of each of you guys, and then like if I can get decent enough, maybe all of you guys together, or be lazy and crop you all in together. Be like, yeah, there we go. We did it. We did the thing. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, point being, maybe in hopefully 2 weeks at max. We can try to do art. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I feel like my model's just gonna be like this the whole time. I can get like the pad asset, so it actually kind of looks like I'm just drawing, or at least focused on it. Oh, thank you, Eloise. Headbands for me? You're too sweet. Too sweet. Let's see. Boop doot da doo. An emerald? An in fact you do. In fact you do, Jasper. Let me see if they are still live. They are. I'm going to send us fuck. Wrong screen. I'm gonna send this over to somebody that's I know is a say-so streamer and very sweet, also a very good artist. Yeah. Be right back. Gonna murder some squirrels. I guess enjoy it. Sorry for the shorter stream today, and sorry for a mirror. Fair. Did it work? What do you mean so? Forehead kiss? Oh, I didn't see it. I can also make it where it's like you're kissing my forehead, maybe. But here you go. You ready? One hand here, and the other hand here, and there we go. Just for you, so. Oh, so cute. So cute. But we are going to be rating a streamer by the name of Spacefish. Very comfy, say so ASMR. Well, she has ASMR qualities for sure to her voice, but a great artist. So I'll see you guys over there, and I will make me some food, and all that stuff. See you tomorrow too. We'll try to do a little bit longer stream. I think I should be fully well rested and all that fun stuff. But thank you for spending your time here with me. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's go raid a fish. 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 Bum bum.
But they're not whales. They're more like dolphins.